everybody. And then we are back in here, and we sitting right in the office of Dr. Maloney. You can see it's a doctor's office. And we here again, as you know, we gather every week, and we like to talk to you about what is involved with us and with Dr. Maloney, with the clinic, with the Christmas party and everything. So we really had papers out and everything out to say we are in the clinic at 6 p.m. every Friday night. So you can come in. If you come in early and the door is not open, just you wait a few minutes and somebody will be there and he'll get you in. You'll have a seat, you sit down, and then we're ready for you. We'll ask you to come in. We give you a number. This way we expect to have a lot of people. And then we'll take your name and your address and where you live and your phone number. And the nurse around will take all the questions, you write everything down, and we'll give you vision, we'll give you hearing, we'll give you weight. And then Dr. Maloney said we will give you definitely a high blood pressure to see how you're doing with that. And then the people who give you the blood, they there also, and they will take care of you by taking the blood and registered whatever it is on your card and your folder, and that will be put on the side and wait for Dr. Maloney to come in, and he will evaluate that card, that folder, and will take care of you one way or another. If you need another blood taken, he will recommend it to the girls to do it. But hardly that happens, because when they take the blood, they tell you what's going on from week to another. And then he comes in and he will be very happy when he walks in. Everybody will laugh and say they really happy to see him. He comes in and he will like to talk about a few things with the nurses and the people who volunteer to do the clinic with him. And then he'll sit in the private there examining everyone. And then after a while, he'll sit down, he'll finish, and then we'll take care of a lot of work to be done, a lot of filing to be put away, a lot of information and folders to be taken out. Vaccination has to be given to the kids when they come in with their parents, with someone, adults, to be with them. And then they take whatever the school send the papers with them to take vaccination. And that Dr. Maloney will come in and vaccinate everyone who need to get that. And then we'll have to tell you again about what we have to do in December 15 in the front of his office. As like every year, for the last 25 years, there's something called a Christmas party given away by him and his volunteers helping in the front of his office. The people gather and wait online maybe before 7 p.m. in the evening, because they want to be, as you know, everybody wants to be first to collect, and the kids are waiting and all that. So they start from the corner of Mamaroneck Avenue and Boston Post Road. And they come up north 1 block, and that will be where his office. The place will be full of lights, full of decoration, full of a lot of things. You can tell the Christmas is here. The kids will, all their eyes are on the decoration and the lights and the bags full with the gifts they're looking to collect. And then when they get to the front of the office, Dr. Maloney will have his car, and he'll have a tape of the Christmas music, and you can hear it, as a matter of fact, a couple of blocks from there. So everybody will be listening, and especially if it's a nice evening. So they collect their gifts, whatever it is, Sometimes they 1,000 kids, sometimes more. But a few years back, we had around maybe 3,000 kids with their parents. That make a lot of people there, and they are very happy. They know. They keep asking me once in advance, 1 month in advance. When do you know when it's gonna be Dr. Maloney's Christmas party? I said, well, soon. I'll tell you soon, and we'll have papers and dates and everything to know what to do and where to go and how to do. So they really like they never forget. Every year that party is gonna be here, so they're ready for it. And we have to thank Lieutenant and the Chief of the Police Department. I know them personally, and they are nice people. And when they know the date, and Dr. Baloney and his volunteers making the party, they will assign a minimum of 4 cops or officers with a sergeant. That's 5 of them to direct the traffic, make the people go slow at least, and no accident should happen, because as kids back and forth sometimes they don't realize. And that's really wonderful of the police department to do that. And we are very thankful to them every year and every occasion we have. And then the fire department, I have to tell you, they come in with so big trucks. It's phenomenal, really. The lights are going around like sirens, and some kids will take. Well, can I take up the car up there and see what's right? The ladder, can I do? So sometimes one of the volunteer firemen, he takes them and shows them what it is to do this and that, what the light I do, and they get very excited. And that's how we spend the evening. And December 15 start at 7 p.m. Really, it's a wonderful evening, and we're looking forward to do this. And Dr. Maloney knows the people love to hear about it, and donation is coming from everywhere. And they send gifts and they send other things to the office of his office and 144 East Boston Post Road. And sometimes they bring the bags themselves full of gifts and toys. They shopped for their own kids, for their own nephews, their own girls, or whatever. And then they buy extra stuff. They put it in the bag separate. And if they can bring it into the office, they do. And sometimes they're too heavy, or they don't have the time and don't have whatever. So they call the office and they say, I have a couple of bags of toys to be donated to the Christmas party. Can you send somebody? And we receive those calls, and me and Nancy in the office will direct somebody or ourselves, and we go pick up those things. And it's very important, because our village is a very, very friendly village in Mamaroneck. I've been living here for quite a few years, and I met Dr. Maloney over 22 years ago, and he's a wonderful doctor, a wonderful man on top of it, and he's wonderful to his patients, and I'm one of his patients. And when he mentioned first time I met Dr. Maloney, he said, we run a free clinic, St. Rita's free medical clinic in the church. And would you like to help? Would you know anybody to volunteer? Would you this? I said, Doc, you don't talk anymore. You got me. I'm ready, and I tell everybody who is able to do it, to be here helping and putting the time in. Whatever you need to be done will be done with no problem asked. So he was very happy to hear that, and we went on from those years back till this December 15, every year, giving with the name of Dr. Maloney the Christmas party in front of his office. And don't forget, the date is December 15 at 7 p.m. in the front of 144 East Boston Post Road. Now, I talk for a while now. I'm going to put my friend and my colleagues here. Her name is Nancy, and she'll tell you more, and we will talk more after. Okay, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again.
Well, I thank you, my buddy Samir. It's always a pleasure to be in the show with you. Again, I'm Nancy Finelli, your roving reporter for St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. And what Samir has been speaking to you about tonight is that St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, which was founded by Dr. Kevin Maloney many, many years ago, well over 25. It's held every Friday evening at St. John's Lutheran Church on 122 Fenimore Road at the corner of Cortlandt Avenue in Mamaroneck. Registration is at 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome to attend. Any medical needs you have, Dr. Maloney is very happy to take care of for you. We have a great group of volunteers, and we want to remind you that the registration time has changed to 6 p.m. every Friday evening at St. John's Church. And we want you to come. Any problems you have, health issues, medical needs, Dr. Maloney is exuberant to take care of them for you. He wants everybody to be well and happy. That's his passion in life, and he's there to do that for you. We are looking for volunteers at this time. So if you have any special skills or you just want to be part of it with us, we need volunteers. So please stop by the office, speak to Dr. Maloney for a moment and tell him your desire to volunteer, or you can call me also. Again, my number is 570-460-4291. My name is Nancy Finelli. I'd be glad to give you any information you need about St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Samir has told you that we take care of everyone, well or sick. We give antibiotics to patients who are sick. We take care of physical needs. If you haven't had a medical exam in quite a while, Dr. Maloney's glad to do that for you, give you your physical, make sure everything is good with your life. We do blood testing, as Samir said. We also do EKGs, PFTs, breathing tests. Blood taking, as Samir told you, as routine blood work to make sure your cholesterol's in check, that you're not diabetic or anything like that. We do urine tests. We do hearing and vision tests, heights and weights, and any needs you have, Dr. Maloney is glad to take care of for you. We do the school exams for children. The vaccines are taken care of there. And I need to remind you that the clinic is called St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. It is absolutely free, the only one around that we know of. And there is no charge for anything that is done at the clinic. No charge whatsoever. No fee is ever collected. The only information we ask is that you give us your name, address, and phone number, date of birth. That's it. If you have insurance and it's got a high deductible, if you have children who need vaccinations and your insurance doesn't cover it, that's all taken care of. No questions asked. If you have no insurance at all, if you're on a plan that you can't find a doctor to take care of you, Dr. Maloney will be glad to do any of that for you. We do everything at the clinic that's done in the office, in any well-established office that takes care of patients, we do also at the clinic. So, you're actually seeing a medical office with a medical doctor. And Dr. Maloney's passion is doing this for the residents of the surrounding communities of Mamaroneck. So please spread the word. Tell your friends and family, your acquaintances, anyone who needs medical care. Dr. Maloney is glad to provide it for you. We have great people there. Registration at 6 p.m. Every person is seen. No one is ever turned away. No questions asked about anything other than your basic demographic information and what you need to be seen for. As I said, Dr. Maloney has truly lived up to his passion as a doctor by, giving back to his community in this way, taking care of people who need it for free. And it's been going on for many, many years now. He loves doing it, so please make him happy and come. And, that's basically what the clinic's about. Again, I say, if you have any questions whatsoever about the clinic, about being a patient, about being a volunteer, about anything you need to know about the clinic, you can call me at any time. It's 570-460-4291. And that's what we talk about with the clinic. Again, I say it's absolutely free. If you share our vision of having a free clinic in the community, we do accept donations. Checks can be made payable to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, care of Dr. Maloney's office at 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck, 10543. Your donations are tax deductible, and it does help offset the costs of running a clinic. We do need to buy supplies, secretarial supplies, to keep records in accordance with the Department of Health standards. We do need to buy medical supplies, bandages, medicines, Band-Aids, all that kind of stuff. And we do rely on your support. So if you share our passion, please be generous and donate as much as you can. And that's tax deductible. And again, I'll say, please mail your checks to made out to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, care of Dr. Maloney's office at 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck. Samir has also told you about another wonderful event Dr. Maloney does, and that's his second passion, equally as passionate as his first, and that is his love of children. And he hosts a huge Christmas party every year for the children of the surrounding communities. These are for needy children who really are overjoyed by the generosity Dr. Maloney displays at this Christmas party. Thousands of children come each year. It's well over 1,000. As Samir told you, one year there were over 3,000, and that includes just the children that we give toys to. With those children are their parents and their siblings and their, extended families. So there's a lot of people here on the Boston Post Road in front of Dr. Maloney's office. And he gives out many toys to each child. And we ask that you bring a garbage bag with you, a sturdy one, so that the children can collect their toys and then carry them away without too much trouble. And Dr. Maloney loves doing this. He's very happy to do it. He enjoys it so much. There's nothing greater than giving, and he gives back to this community thousandfold. The children are overjoyed and elated and happy to receive. As you've heard me say many times, some of the children, it's the only Christmas they'll have. We have a lot of needy people in our communities, and this is our way of giving to them and showing that we care about them at this special time of year, and that everyone deserves to be happy and grateful and thankful. The children truly show their gratitude, and Dr. Maloney is just so happy to be able to do this. And we do this every year. The office is decorated to the hilt by Dr. Maloney's wife. It's a picture-perfect setting. It looks like something out of Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. There's music blaring from huge speakers, Christmas music, holiday music. And as Samir has said, we have the fire trucks here. The firemen participate. And again, as I say, every time we have this airing, we want to thank the volunteer members of the police department, and I don't mean that they're volunteer policemen. I mean that these are members of the Mamaroneck Village Police Force who volunteer their time to be here on the night of the Christmas party to help direct traffic and crowd control. And they're giving of their time because they share Dr. Maloney's passion for taking care of this and giving to the children. As does the fire department, who show up in their uniforms also, volunteering their time. They're not on their paid time, and they're doing it because they also share Dr. Maloney's passion. And they also help direct the traffic and control the crowds. And they also bring joy to the children with the trucks and the lights and the sirens and the ladders and everything else that they're willing to share with the children. We also want to thank the DPW who comes and also helps with everything that needs to be done as far as volunteering that night. And they also bring with them their passion for giving to the children. And I also wanted to thank every member out there in the community, every organization, every school, every church, every synagogue, every business who has donated to us in the past to make this night possible. I used to try to name everyone, and I've just lost track. There's so many of you, and we thank you wholeheartedly. Your kindness and generosity is beyond words. You have all contributed year after year after year, and it's greatly appreciated. As I said, no child ever leaves this Christmas party without several toys in their bags. And it's an amazing feat. It happens through the generosity of the people who donate to us, and that's you, our listening audience, who spread the word and help us out every year. So to be more concise about it, we do need new toys for these children. We've asked, so when you're out shopping at any time, you see a great sale, you see a toy that catches your eye, maybe something that's been resurrected from your childhood, which I've seen a lot of lately, something you can remember, wow, I had so much fun playing with that when I was a kid. Maybe you could pick one of those up for a child at St. Rita's. If you're a group and are looking for a community service project of some sort, this is a great opportunity. All you need to do is collect some new toys and drop them off at Dr. Maloney's office. Again, the address is 144 East Boston Post Road. The office is open Monday through Saturday. There's always someone here 9 to 6, so you can drop off the toys at any time. If you're homebound in some way and you do have something you'd like to donate, there's no way for you to get out, please give myself a phone call on the 570-460-4291, and I will arrange for either myself or Samir or another volunteer to come and pick it up for you. We don't mean to put anybody out in any way at all. If you happen to be on Amazon and maybe it's Black Friday and you see some super sales, if you can pick up a few things, that would be great also. As I said, many organizations have done projects of community service, or it's just something that they have been doing every single year, looking for a way to give back to the community. We appreciate that so much. The toy drives that all these little organizations do for us, the schools, the children, the nurses, the teachers, the businesses, everyone. Thank you so much from the bottoms of our heart. We have no way of thanking you any other way, and it's just a magnificent feat. As I've said before, Samira's told you the Christmas party this year is on December 15th in front of Dr. Maloney's office, 144 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck, across the street from Brewer's Hardware in the harbor, just north of Mamaroneck Avenue. And we want you to, if you want to come by and have a look and see what's going on, it's a great opportunity for you to get a feel of the magnificence of this event. And it can't be accomplished in a week or a day, It's something we do all year round. We collect the toys. People come to our office all times of the year with a new toy. Please hold on to this for the Christmas party. Give it to a child in need. It's amazing to see. And we ask that you do the same. And please, the Christmas party is fast approaching. And we always get a little nervous. Are we going to have enough? But we always do. We always do. You always come through for us. You're a wonderful community out there. And we ask that you continue your generosity and remember us that way. And again, I want to thank the police and the fire department, the DPW, all the many, many, many volunteers. We have so many volunteers that are needed that night because of the number of people who are in attendance. If there's 1,000 children receiving toys, they each come with 2 parents, maybe some aunts and uncles. There's well over 4,000 people on the street outside Dr. Maloney's office. And it's always totally controlled, totally festive, totally enjoyable, a totally beautiful, beautiful scene. And it can't be accomplished without the help of the municipal volunteers as well as all the secular volunteers who always manage to come through for us. And we ask you to continue your support in any way you can. If you'd like to volunteer, we have a volunteer sign-up list. If you for the Christmas party or for the clinic, as I said, we're in need of volunteers at the clinic at this time, and also that if you can continue to open your hearts and donate either in the form of a check or a new toy, we would appreciate it again. So thank you very much for your time and for listening to us, putting up with us for each and every week. I'm going to give you back to Samir, and then I'll sum it up for you. Thank you very much.
Hello again, this is Samir Keaton, and I'm sitting right next to Nancy. You heard her, what she's saying, and everything she told you about is 100% correct and true. And we really need volunteers to come and help us in the clinic, to help us in the party we're going to give away in December. And like I said before, and Nancy said, if you have a big heart, and I know you do, and you go shopping for your own children, and you probably see something and you say this is good for some kids. Oh, I just remember there's a party, and December 15, Dr. Maloney is giving it in front of his office. Well, listen, my husband Gary, how about if we pick up some gift and send them to the doctor's office for his children for that day? And it's a wonderful thought of her to say that. And they go and they buy the merchandise and they send it in the bag. And sometimes they can't, they carry the thing, they're busy, they have to go somewhere. So they call up, like Nancy said, she gave you her number. And you can call the office if you like and tell them we have a lot of stuff here and we need somebody to pick it up. And me or Nancy will take care of whatever calls comes in here every day from 9 to 6, all day long. And the party, like she said, you need a lot of work, a lot of things to be done before we have the party ready to be served to your children. And then don't forget, we'll appreciate if donation comes from you or anybody listening to us on this particular line to send money to help for the St. Rita's free clinic. And then we could use the money for a lot of things to improve the material, improve the things we use in the clinic. So please, if you think you can send a donation to St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic to the address of 144 East Poster Road in Mamaroneck, 10543, will be really appreciated by everyone, from top of it, from Dr. Maloney to the volunteers. And remember, those volunteers do it for free. They don't. And Dr. Maloney examine you for free. It costs you no money, free of charge. You come into the clinic, free of charge. If you're sick, you have a cold, you have a cough, you're not feeling well, that's the place to go. Especially if you don't have any insurance. This place for somebody who don't have insurance and they need the care. That's what Dr. Maloney came up with, that idea, to have that clinic for you, for your children, and for the children who goes to school and need vaccination and need care to get well, to go to school and be good at their class. And that's what you need for them, and that's what the country needs for them, to grow up and have a good time at the school and function very well. You'll be very proud of them. You'll be very proud of Dr. Maloney and his volunteers in that clinic because we there to make sure everything is in order. We there to give you the examination of hearing, of weight, of taking the pills, taking things if you're sick to get well. Anything you need, we will have for you. We have the equipment. We have the nurses. We have the people to take care of you. And then I'm talking here, and one of the best girls shows up.
Come on in. Come
She-
over here. What do
she
you need?
showed
Come
up.
Here. Come here.
She showed up.
What do you need?
She showed up, and she's really very good. And she takes blood. You don't even know or feel the needle
Wait,
comes
let's
into your eye.
introduce her. Give me that.
Yeah. She got
This
it,
is
she
Lily.
got
This
it.
is Lily. She's a lab tech in Dr. Maloney's office. She's a wonderful, devoted worker. And let her tell you a little bit about working here. And we're talking about St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Lily actually trained there. She was a wonderful person. Lily wanted to be a medical assistant, which she is right now with us. And she volunteered a lot of time, both in the office, but mostly at St. Rita's Medical Clinic, to learn and hone her skills. And I'd like her to tell you a little bit about it.
What I have to say.
You talk. You talk beautifully. Come on.
What I say.
Come over a little bit because I'm not sure you're in the picture.
She's very pretty and very.
Sit on Samir's lap. He doesn't mind. Sit on my lap. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And what I have to say.
You're going to talk about St. Rita's Free Clinic and what you did there.
She doesn't want to sit in my lap. I don't know why, but I love her. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
Put the mic up a little. It's on. Don't worry.
You sure? Hello?
Yes, I'm sure
Hello?
it's on. Don't be silly. Come on.
Okay. My name is Lily. Okay. I love this place. I learn many things. Like, wow, I can imagine how many things I learned from here, from Miss Nancy, from Carla, from Dr. Maloney's, from Miss Jackie, from everybody. I learned so many things. I love to work here.
What about the
And
clinic? What'd you do there?
in the clinic, I did blood work for kids. It was the first time like I was doing that, but wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. I can imagine how I love my job. I swear to God, I love my job.
And we
Sometimes,
love having you.
yeah, thank you. And I know I make mistakes like everybody, but and I don't know I don't know what else to say. But in St. Rita's clinic, there are very nice people like Mr. Samir, right?
Tell him Samir loves me.
And Mr. Samir loves me. But if his wife
You know, I love her. She's a wonderful girl. I really do. And she's wonderful. She does the job beautifully. And people love her. They come and tell me, she's wonderful. She's good. Whatever she touches, she's okay. She's okay. So tell them. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank
Tell
you.
them what you did at the clinic. You do blood. What else?
I did blood work. I did what else I did? What else I did there?
You know what you did. She learned her skills there. She
Oh, yeah.
really did. She was
Yeah.
doing physicals, heights, weights, visions, and hearings.
Yes.
You know, she did blood work. She perfected her skills there, and she learned so much volunteering at the clinic that she's just excellent in the office. Don't listen to her when she says she makes a lot of mistakes. She's very shy and she's unsure of herself with her English. Her English has improved 1,000-fold. She's very eloquent. She's great with the patients, and we love having her. And we're very proud that she was willing to hone her skills at the clinic. And, you know, anybody looking for that opportunity, we can certainly use people like Lily. Lily donated a lot of her time. Every Friday night she was there and willingly, happily, always smiling. She's always giggling, so she puts people at ease so much that, you know, And she mentioned that she drew a lot of kids' blood, and many times they're screaming and crying, and Lily was just able to calm them down and really do it.
Yeah.
We love having Lily, and we thank you for talking to the people here and for being with us.
Thank you, Miss Nancy.
And you
Thank
can
you
get
very
what
much.
you need. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go this way. All right. Thanks. So that I'm glad Lily happened to pop in while we were filming. It's a wonderful opportunity to volunteer. You don't need a medical background. If you're thinking that just because Lily happened to walk in, that's not necessary. We have many jobs required in the office, just as any office requires. There's filing, there's registration, there's speaking with the patients if you have good verbal skills. If you're bilingual, certainly we could use help with that. Spanish and English especially, but any other languages is needed. People come from all walks of life, from all nationalities, and we'd appreciate any help you can give us in that regard. And it is a wonderful opportunity to increase your skills, hone your skills in any capacity you possibly can. So, if you're re-entering the workforce, you think you need some office skills, we certainly could use help with that. And we're there. So don't forget to give me a call if you'd like to volunteer. It's 570-460-4291. St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic always needs volunteers. We do need volunteers for the Christmas party. And again, we remind you, I think we're getting ready to wrap up. Samir's about to take a nap. Samir worked very hard on the election, and we're very proud of him in his role in helping George Latimer. And we're glad George Latimer's in the position he's in. And congratulations to George. We're all for you. And for everyone else, bye, Lily. Thank you for speaking. And keep us in mind, as I can only say so often, keep us in mind when you're looking for a way to give back to the community, especially at this time of year. Our donations are needed, as always, in the form of monetary contributions to buy supplies for the clinic, because there is no other free medical clinic in the area. St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic, from what we know, from what we've investigated, is the only free medical clinic around. No questions asked. Please put your health needs at first for a change. Come in, be taken care of. Dr. Kevin Maloney, who has been doing this for over 25 years, wants you to be well, wants you to be happy. It's his passion in life. And if you're looking for another way to contribute, to do some community service, have a toy drive, pick up a new toy for a child, think of all the children that you know or that you can imagine in these communities that we live in who are in need at this time of year, whose families really do not have the sources to have a great Christmas for them. And we can provide that. Dr. Kevin Maloney loves children. He adores them. He has 5 of his own, so he really knows what it's about, having kids and taking care of them. And, having Christmas for them is part of taking care of them. Please pick up a new toy. Please donate it to Dr. Maloney's Christmas party, St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Keep us in mind. Keep us in your thoughts. Continue to watch us if you can put up with it for another half hour. And we'll try to keep it interesting for you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching us. Keep those gifts coming if you can. And thanks once again. This is Nancy Finelli, your roving reporter for St. Rita's Free Medical Clinic. Again, I can be reached about any questions you have at 570-460-4291. I think that's my number. And we appreciate everything you did. Please understand, I know we're begging for money and toys, that we appreciate everything you do for us, especially watching us, but everything you do for us. And please spread the word. Spread the word that there's a free medical clinic, St. Rita's, in your own community, in your own backyard, that you can go to and take care of your medical needs. That there's a fabulous Christmas party every year that any child can attend. There's no questions asked about that. Are you a child in need? Certainly not. We don't mention that. The party is for the children to celebrate, to celebrate the wonderfulness of children, to celebrate that we care about these children in our communities, and we want you to help us that way. That's all we're asking. Once again, please keep in mind, this is Dr. Maloney's passion, both of them, okay? He wants everyone to be healthy and happy. He wants children to be happy. Please continue to support us. And once again, we thank you from the bottoms of our hearts for watching, for supporting, and most of all for being you. You're a wonderful community, and we'll say at this time, good night, God bless, and thank you again. Good night.
I have to say good night too, and we are very lucky to be living in the friendly village of Mamaroneck. We are very lucky to have a doctor like Dr. Kevin Maloney, and then we all set, and we want you to be set like us. Please, just listen to us, and you'll be very happy what you hear and what is happening. And she gave you a phone number you can call, and you get all the information you need. I really thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much again, and good night.
Bye-bye.